There are lots of reasons people spend time riding bikes. For me, riding is a career. My focus is riding off-road for 24 hours straight. I've won the World Championship title 6 years in a row. This is my office. This is my bike. I ride a Trek because no other bike has evolved from my feedback.
Do you have one that goes that way also?
We've worked with Lance. He won the Tour 7 times on our bike, which was a very highly evolved design as well. And we've taken that knowledge, that experience, that evolutionary process, and put it into this bike. So for Chris, this is really the best bike he could be on for the type of racing, the endurance he needs. Before working in the bike industry, I worked in the aerospace industry.
One thing that I was really impressed with when I first came here to Trek was the fact that our carbon bikes are made here in Waterloo, Wisconsin, the majority of them, and they're made by hand. There are people that are actually putting the carbon in the mold by hand. They're doing this, they're evaluating, is it right in the right placement? It's not some machine, it's not some fabrication that's just banging them out one left and right. These are people that are actually putting these bikes together. They care about them, there's pride that's involved, and that to me is unparalleled in quality. We test frames, we test forks, we test componentry. We have our own internal standards and international standards that we comply with. Most of the standards, they have a certain cycle count for being required to meet. A lot of our carbon frames, a lot of our carbon bars will exceed that. Some of them as much as 500,000 to 1 million cycles, far beyond the standard. Composite, when it's done correctly, it's the perfect fatigue-resistant component and material. It's really great having the test lab here right alongside engineering, design, and development and ID. What we can do is say a product comes off, a one-off, it's a prototype. Well, that day we can test it, or that week. Our turnaround time for testing is very, very quick. We were actually able to get Lance's time trial bike done in a month from start to finish. That includes testing and fabrication. Unheard of. And I feel good seeing people ride Trek bikes because you know what? We test them and I know that they're safe.
A lot of our effort has gone into customizing not only the suspension component, but also the leverage ratio and rate of the bike with that specific component in mind. It's going to be the way it's done in the future.
No other bike has spent more time in development, on the trails, and on the podium. And when you only have 24 hours to get the job done, every detail counts.